got chicken, ducks, and roosters on the farm. I'm just speeding backwards, snoozing the alarm. Johnny ate the grass, he's mooing on a bong. Gypsy blisters never sing for long. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong, I hope I'm not wrong.
We haven't started yet, have we?
We have started.
We've started?
We've started.
I didn't fucking know that.
But I mean, like,
It's a soft intro. We just.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh, I was being boring.
This is not boring.
Oh.
He's like, let me put on the front.
I didn't know we started.
Well, he was like recording anyway, and then he just starts recording whenever.
Oh shit. Okay.
Do you not want to talk about it though?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
I was just like, I didn't know we started.
Yeah, it's
A
fine.
soft intro could be at the point where you're like, oh my god, you're recording?
That could be funny too.
That will be funny.
Yeah,
we'll
take
do that.
fucking first shit.
He's like,
out,
I don't
dude.
want anybody to know I work for a
Take this shit
shitty
out.
cell phone company.
Yeah. No.
I used to work for Verizon. He works at Verizon.
You work for Verizon?
I worked for Verizon. Not in the corporate though. It was just
What
sales.
carrier service do you have now?
I still have Verizon.
They fucking
T-Mobile fucked me over. I'll tell you one thing about it.
Why?
T-Mobile fucked me over. I'll tell you why. I fell for the Hispanics games in the Florida Mall that work in T-Mobile. I worked at a makeup store right across from T-Mobile, right?
Yeah.
So like every day I'm coming to work, they're like, hey, like whenever you're trying to switch your phone over, let us know. I was sick of paying Verizon and I'm like, well, let me just see like if I can get the bill cheaper. They're like, if you owe less than $500 on your phone, we'll pay it off. Bill's only $85 a month. I said, sign me up. I'm paying like $120 now, right?
Yeah.
They walk me through the whole process, get me through the whole thing. I go to Verizon and they send me a bill for $600.
Oh fuck.
And I said, what is this? And they were like, you left our service and like didn't pay your phone off, so you owe us $600. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense because the Hispanic man that barely spoke English in the T-Mobile store said that my phone was going to be paid off. And they were like, well, it's not. You didn't do it correctly. That they were supposed to give you a gift card and like you have to go in and pay it off. And I said, no, honey, they told me they handled that. And so then that bill went to collections.
Oh, that sucks.
So then I had to go to T-Mobile and be like, hey, fuckers, you guys were supposed to pay my phone off and you didn't. And they were like, you didn't follow the directions. I'm like, the workers told me they were taking care of it. So then I go to work the next day. Pick a fight with them, and I'm like, I have a collections on my fucking credit for $600 from Verizon because you guys didn't pay my phone off like you said you were going to, and they were like, sorry, mija, there's nothing we can do, and I'm like, fuck you guys.
What if you went to the guy and he's like, hey, me no English?
Right? No, for real, to me, and I'm like, me neither.
Hell yeah, that's fucked, dude.
No, literally, and then I still had T-Mobile for like a year and a half after that, and then. I started working for Verizon, and you have to have Verizon. It's like a third-party retailer though, so we're like salespeople for Verizon.
So you have to have Verizon.
So you have to have a phone that has Verizon on it. So then I switched back over to Verizon. They didn't say that I had a collections with them or anything, and they let me get my credit, and I had a 12, and I went to the 15, and I have that now. So.
Well, that's fucked.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Yeah, fuck T-Mobile. Fuck you guys.
I wouldn't do that, dude.
We're a Verizon household here. I have the internet. I have the phone.
Can you hear me now? Can you fucking...
I will say y'all's commercials are very funny.
They're pretty wild, yeah.
Verizon's commercials are funny too, though. I think they're a little bit wild. Having Beyonce in a commercial while like hundreds of customers are getting billed over $5,000 as a glitch was a move from Verizon.
that was pretty good.
Yeah, I remember I saw a TikTok. Someone got a Verizon bill in the mail for $5,000, and it was like a complete fuck up.
That's fucking wild.
Could you even imagine?
What are you doing when somebody calls you and like, hey, you owe us money, like collections?
I get probably 57 collection calls a day.
Really?
Yeah.
How much do you owe, you think?
Last I checked, I probably owe a good $5,000. Wow. I owe like $5,000.
Damn.
Yeah, I let a lot of things go into collections. I didn't give a fuck for a while.
Same.
Progressive's after me. Verizon's still after me.
Don't you ever like, I mean, it's bad, I guess bad karma to say, but don't you ever just want to like, they call you and you pick up like, oh yeah, she's dead.
I should hire someone to do that.
Because like, you don't want to, because then you have to prove like you died and shit.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to just,
Honestly, I'd rather fake my own death at this point.
That would be badass.
And then just come back as like a completely different person. And then everyone's saying like, oh wow, you used to resemble this girl. And I'm gonna be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh my God, who? Yeah.
Yeah. I'd have to get on Ozempic or something. But
if you were to fake your own death, how do you think you would do it?
How would I fake my own death?
Yeah.
Man, I think I honestly would really love an overdose of some sort, but not like a
Fuck yeah.
Not like a fentanyl overdose. Like I want to go in like a diabetic coma or something. Something very on brand. And then they'd be like, oh, she ate too many chicken Big Macs and just fucking died, you know?
Damn.
Yeah. Chicken Big Mac is the way I'd want to go out. What about you? How would you fake your own death? Casino?
Yeah. Man gets shot to death.
You wouldn't want to fake getting shot?
No. I don't know. I don't know how I would. I've always joked about like if I ever got like a terminal illness, God forbid, or something.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't want that to kill me.
Yeah.
And I used to do this bit. It's kind of fucked up, but like I would go like, say I got like cancer, God forbid.
Yeah.
Like 6 months to live. I hate the fact that like that's how I'm gonna die.
Yeah.
I would go skydiving.
Okay.
And I would just not open my parachute. And I would aim for a Little League baseball field.
And just fall on a bunch of kids? Now,
not hit them, just right on opening day.
What would you do if something like that happened and then you accidentally fell on somebody? Like you can't, like there's no way you can direct like your fucking, like, and you just accidentally fall on someone, they break your fall, you live, they die.
Oh my God, that would be terrible.
And then it's like, then you're like.
I never thought about that.
You know what, you're just like, I was just trying to be dramatic for a minute and then you killed someone.
Fuck. And I lived, I'd be in jail dying of cancer.
You think you'd go to jail for that?
I don't know. Probably manslaughter.
Has to be.
Yeah.
Manslaughter.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you went to jail, I'd write you letters.
Thank you.
I definitely would write you letters.
Speaking of going to jail and stuff, all right, I want to get a girl's perspective.
Okay.
The guy, Luigi.
Oh, yes.
Manigoli.
Yeah.
First of all, sounds like a fucking hot opera guy.
Yeah.
And I didn't see the guy, and then I saw him, I was like, I'd fuck.
Yeah, 100%.
He's pretty fucking hot.
He's pretty good looking. He's a good looking cat.
Why do like...
And he was like into hiking and stuff.
Yeah. And he's fucking jacked.
Yeah.
Why do some women find that hot? Like, oh my God, he killed a man? Like, oh my God.
I think it's not even necessarily about killing a man. I think it's in the spirit in which he did it, right? So like if a man kills an innocent person, DUI, disgusting, ugly, you're not cute. If you killed someone because of your mother.
Ooh, okay.
You killed someone in justice for your mom, your sister, something like that. You're golden.
Okay, yeah.
Conor McGregor's wife's about to be on the market. Hit her up.
All right, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? Like I think that's why like it's the vibe behind in which he did it, and it was for women. And so anytime a man sacrifices his life for women, we're all over that. I mean, have you watched Spartan? Have you watched 300? Have you watched anything? That's the vibe.
Yeah.
If you risk your life for a woman, you're in.
That makes sense now.
You could do anything you wanted.
Yeah.
Like fake your own death.
Yeah. And the reason he got caught was kind of because of a woman. Literally
a snitch at fucking McDonald's.
Yeah.
Jake was just telling me that Burger King tweeted and said, we would have never snitched.
They said that? That's fucking
Burger King said, we would have never uttered a word, baby girl.
Yo, if I was Chick-fil-A, I would put some shit out too.
No, for real. We would have just prayed for him.
Yeah.
We would have prayed for him, give him the Lord's chicken and send him on his way.
Because it's like, all right, the dude, the work at McDonald's, all right, he works at McDonald's. So
yeah, can you imagine he's just ordering an English McMuffin and you're like, I know who you are. I'm telling you right now, if I'm working somewhere and I saw him, I would not know that was him.
Okay, but what if you did know it was him? Even with that big amount of money?
$10,000 is not enough.
No, I think it's 50.
I would have snitched.
Hey, you'd be out of debt. They wouldn't be calling you.
And I wouldn't have Progressive and Verizon on my ass about
Verizon?
it.
Yeah, here's your fucking money. Here's your fucking money. You know?
Hey, remember how you told me I could settle for 300? Here's your fucking money. Mm-hmm. No, for real. I don't think there's not much money I wouldn't snitch for. We should probably introduce you. No one even knows who you are.
That's right. Yeah.
So we're another episode of Unstable Creatures.
Hello.
Another episode of Unstable Creatures. We are sitting with Joe Censabella, everybody.
That's right,
Woo!
Jake, what the fuck?
Come on, Jake, come on.
There we go. All right.
Joe Sensi. I call you Joe Sensi.
All right.
He just has it out during the episode. I know it makes people uncomfortable.
All right.
I call you Joe Sensi.
That's fine. Are you Italian?
No.
Oh.
I'm.
Didn't I?
Go ahead, take a guess. What's your guess?
I called it to you Sunday.
You called me
But it was wrong.
You called me the N-word?
I called you Puerto Rican. No.
Oh, a Puerto Rican. No, that's wrong.
But you're Mexican.
I'm Mexican.
So
I'm Mexican, Spanish, Portuguese.
Mexican, Spanish, the same shit.
Get out. End the episode. We're done.
My time. Mexican, Spanish. Oh yeah, you're right.
No, so
I'm dumb.
Mexican is Mexico. You know, from Mexico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you born?
Tough one. I was born in Germany.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Threw for a whirlwind there. I was born in your land. I was born in Germany. So my mom and my grandma, my mom is from Spain.
Yeah.
My mom's biological dad is Spanish. Spaniard from Spain, Madrid, the country.
Mm-hmm.
My grandmother is Portuguese from Portugal.
Portuguese. Nice.
From Portugal.
What about your dad?
My dad is Mexican American, so that's where the Mexican comes in. He infiltrated. So he's Mexican American.
Get him out.
That's what happens when you don't close the borders. They impregnate our women. So
Did he vote for Trump?
I think so. My dad is one of those people, he's such a troll. He loves, because my mom hates Trump, right? She's like, she's a queen in her own way.
Okay.
And my dad loves to troll people, and just like my dad loves to talk about Trump with my mom. It's so funny. Oh, God. He loves it.
Fucking love trolling.
He loves it. He's currently at like a Rod Wave Moneybag Yo concert with my 2 younger sisters right now too.
Wow.
He's a gangster.
That's
in a
cool.
Pink Nike hoodie. He's an icon.
Where's he live?
He lives in Alabama.
Really?
Yeah, my family lives in Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah. That's where I moved
Born in
from.
Germany from Alabama? It's so like...
It is a crazy story.
I did not see that coming.
Yeah. I was born in Germany because my dad was in the Air Force. So I was born in, foreign land, and now I'm here.
What are you laughing at?
I have to say.
What are you laughing at?
I have to say.
Born in Germany.
And then you go, I did not see that coming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Damn, you got me.
Yeah.
That went right over my head. A lot of your jokes do.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
See that coming. That's.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from the hood of Orlando.
You are from Orlando? Like
Yeah.
born and raised?
Born and raised.
Really?
Winter
the
Park.
hood of
Winter Park gang.
Winter Park is not the hood.
Well, to me it is. I'm the toughest motherfucker to come out of there.
I forgot you were like rich and white.
Went to La Petite.
You went to La Petite? What is that? La Petite sounds like a Muppet character.
From Winter Park, yeah.
La Petite?
La Petite.
That sounds like somewhere I'd be from.
How do you say it?
La Petite?
It's La Petite. I think it's La Petite.
Is that like a school?
Yeah, it's a school. It's school. It's like a fucking...
So you just love Orlando? You're killing it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's home. I lived in Tampa when I went to college to play baseball. I lived in Tampa for
You played baseball? Yeah. What was your position?
Center field. Fastest man on the team.
Center field? You were killing it out there. Yeah. You're just on all fours killing it. Love that. I like baseball. Baseball's fun.
Baseball is fun. I love it. I
used to play softball.
I still play it. I gamble on it. Oh my God, dude. It's fucking...
Yeah, let's get into this. You're a big gambler, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, you're really treading on a gambling addiction here.
Yeah.
I just learned this the other day.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, I mean, it's no biggie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what do you love about gambling so much?
Everything. It's my cocaine, crack, heroin, PCP,
Really?
everything.
And is it because you win most of the time?
No, never.
So you win, what's your odds right now?
Lately, I've been on a great winning streak.
Okay.
So I've been doing well. But it's just hard to say. I go like a month by month basis. What got me into gambling was my dad. You know how like when you have a kid or whatever? Well, I don't know if you have kids.
Are you the oldest?
No, I have an older sister.
Okay.
And then I have a younger
I'm just like my dad, so I understand.
Okay. Like when I was young, my dad would always take me to like 7-Eleven and the gas station like at 2, 3, 4 years old as a baby and play. He would get lottery tickets and play the lottery.
Love
so that got absorbed, I guess, in my brain. I took everything into like a kid as a sponge.
You're just scratching off at 4 years old, scratching off your tickets.
I remember just like my dad's like, pick numbers, blah, blah, blah. And it literally rubbed off on me.
Wow. Does he know this? That he's caused his son to have a gambling addiction?
I think he does now.
Okay. Is he like, how does he feel about
it? He doesn't mind. He still plays. He doesn't mind.
Do you guys go gambling together?
No. He just does like...
You have to.
He's not into like poker and blackjack like I am.
Okay.
Like I'm into that shit, dude. One time I went to the casino on a Thursday in Tampa. I drove there. I was like, oh, I'll be here for like 8 hours.
Like the Hard Rock?
Yeah.
The one that's shaped like a guitar?
No.
Oh.
That's the one in Miami.
Oh, that's the one in Miami. Okay.
So I was like, I'll just go here for, play for like 8 hours on a Thursday. I stayed
8 hours?
Yeah, I just played poker for like 8 hours straight. I stayed there till Monday morning. Mm-hmm.
What were you doing?
Just fucking gambling. I just...
Were you okay?
Yeah, I just got rooms. I just got a room. I was like, I don't want to drive back. I got a room.
And then you just kept doing that?
Yeah.
So that's what a Joe Sensi bender looks like.
Yeah.
A Joe Sensi bender.
Oh, yeah.
Hard Rock in Tampa. Were you eating? Like, is there good food there?
Yeah, there's great food there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of food were you ordering?
just like steak and pasta.
Do you drink when you're gambling?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
They get wild.
Do you like being sober gambling, or do you like being a little bit tipsy or drunk?
A little bit tipsy or drunk is.
I think you kind of have to be able to blow money.
Yeah, but lately I'm trying to stay clean of alcohol. I'm 2 weeks clean. Let's go. And
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry I offered you a beer the moment you
no, it's
walked in the
good.
door.
No, I almost took it. I do. I want to come out of sobriety.
Yeah.
Maybe Thursday.
Okay, on
because
Thursday.
I have like a corporate party for my job I'm going to go to, and I just
Oh yeah,
I can't be
a T-Mobile corporate party.
I need to be like on some substance to be able to like
Yeah.
function around these people.
I would bring out the Jaeger for that one.
I would bring out the fucking whiskey.
I'd bring out the Svedka for that one.
Yeah, I just have a
Corporate parties
drinking
are
problem.
fun though.
What's fun?
Corporate parties are fun.
Yeah,
though.
that'll be my first, big one.
Nice.
Yeah, back to gambling.
Yeah, back to gambling. So, I mean, gambling. I've never been to a casino. I went on the casino boats that
Yeah.
go out of Port Canaveral, the
Yeah.
like day cruises. Right, I've been on that. Loved it. Absolutely infatuated with it. I won $80. I put $2 in, won $80, and I stopped there. Because I'm poor, so I can't I'm too scared to be like, hey, but I have a really addictive personality, so I have to be very, very, very careful with stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I never went back because it scares me because I'm like that. I will be like, oh, more. You know what I mean? So I was really careful, but it's fun though. I had a lot of fun.
Amazing.
I like roulette. That's my favorite one
I love roulette.
because I love guessing.
Roulette's amazing. Roulette, blackjack are like the best casino games to play
Yeah.
because you have great odds.
One thing I do love though.
Don't play the slots. Fuck slots, but don't play the slots.
Slots is how I won my money. I won $80 on slots.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun.
They can be hit or miss.
It was luck. That's all it was.
Yeah, it was
but
luck.
one thing that I do love though, that people say is gambling, people say it's not. I feel like it is. But I love bingo.
Bingo's fun.
I go play bingo with my grandma. Love it so much.
I used to go too. I
love it.
Yep.
It's so fun.
It's amazing.
I love winning. I love being around a bunch of old people late at night.
They get fucking mad over $37.
They get pissed. And you know what's also crazy is if you talk, you're done. You're
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They'll kick you out.
Dude, sometimes, all right, because when I would...
One time I called bingo when I didn't have bingo.
fights.
I was shunned. I
Fight.
ordered a grilled cheese. They didn't give it to me.
fucking out of here. You dumb bitch.
No, for real.
Go back to Germany.
They didn't say Germany, but
Mexico. Go back.
yeah. They're all wearing Trump hats. Like, see, we told you. This
Dude,
is what
my grandma, before she died, she loves Trump.
really. That's why
Loves
she
him.
died. Karma.
Why she died? She died, bro. She died 2 months ago. 99.
Our
Couldn't make it
spirits-
100. Fucking.
No.
Yeah.
She died at 99?
Yeah.
That's actually my biggest fear.
Dying at 99?
Well, living to 99 is probably my biggest
I
fear,
would
but
never want to live that old.
no, me neither.
It's
But it's
terrible.
like if I'm already there
Shoot me
and I
in the dick.
don't make it to 100, I'm pissed. I did all that for nothing. So, I mean, how'd she die? Just old age?
Drive-by shooting.
Was it in Winter Park?
No, it was yeah.
Where does she live?
No, she died of old age. She died of old age. I was trying to keep a straight face and look at the camera, but I couldn't. I love when people ask that. It's just like, hey, how'd she die? I think somebody has a couple bit about it. It's like 9. It's like a fucking shark attack. She's old.
Oh, but yeah,
It's
but
so
sometimes
funny.
they get sick or fall or something
No,
that
just old age.
speeds up the process.
Yeah, just old age.
Were
Sorry.
you close to her?
Yeah.
Are you crying?
No. My eyes were watering.
Oh. Okay, next
Oh,
time,
yawn.
guys.
No, I'm not crying. I swear to God, I'm not crying. Look, I'm not crying. I'm not.
He completely
I'm not-
crashed it. You know what? Give me the beer.
I didn't sleep a lot last night, so my
really?
eyes look watery. I'm sad
No.
my grandma died, but I'm not crying.
Aw. Were you close to her?
Yeah.
Was it your mom's mom or your dad's mom?
My dad's mom.
Okay. So what are your relationship with your parents? What's the vibe
Great,
going on
really
there?
great.
They're still together?
I think I might need a minute.
Okay, we'll take a moment of silence for your dead grandma. Oh, say, can you see by the
I told her one time that I was like, hey, grandma, Trump said that, he Trump really grabs women by the pussy. And she verbatim goes,
I'd let him do a lot more than that.
I was like, that might be the funniest thing I've ever heard you say.
Please tell me you got it on video.
No, I didn't. I have other videos of her.
Can I ask you a question? Is your brother really Down syndrome?
Rest in peace, grandma. It's what?
You made a joke about your brother having Down syndrome or cerebral palsy. What was it? Is that true?
It's my cousin. I just changed.
Oh, it's your cousin.
Yeah, I
Okay,
changed
but
my
you
brother.
do have like close.
Yeah.
They're like Down syndrome.
Yeah. I
Okay.
changed it to my brother. I'll probably see this. You're retarded. But I have a cousin somewhere up in fucking New York.
And they like have
And they
severe
have
Down
Down
syndrome.
syndrome, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I changed it to my brother because it's more personal.
Yeah, of course.
And they're like, oh, yeah.
I don't have anybody in my family that has Down syndrome. I'm probably the closest one.
Sometimes I think
I got a lot
I
of
might have
gays.
it. I might have Down syndrome, but then I'm like, I just watched a lot of Joe Rogan.
That's and you know what's so crazy? What I just saw today about Joe Rogan.
Mhm.
You know that
He's like a giant. He just looks like a
Travis Kelce's wife, Kylie Kelsey.
Travis Kelce's wife.
Yeah.
I thought that was.
Or not Travis, Jason Kelsey's wife.
Oh yeah.
Kylie Kelsey. Her podcast, #1 in the world.
Right now,
Bump right now. Look it up. Spotify.
jumped Joe Rogan.
Jumped Joe Rogan. It's a win for the girls. You guys are out. You're done.
I don't like Rogan's podcast. He's funny, but
He has some good moments.
fuck, sorry.
That was probably so loud in the microphone. I'm leaving it in. We're gonna put a sound effect over it.
If you
And we're making a robot.
if you clip that, that'd be pretty funny.
That would be hilarious.
Definitely remember. I mean, don't clip this part, but like the grandma stuff where I like I'm not crying, and then I just that might be pretty funny.
No, that would be hilarious.
So that podcast is now #1.
Now #1, beat Joe Rogan.
She must have millions of listeners.
Dude, millions.
What the fuck?
I was even shocked because in my head I would
Goddamn
think
women.
I would
Fuck.
think I would think Call Her Daddy would be putting him up for
What's that one?
Call Her Daddy. I
Podcast?
forgot your man. Alex Cooper. She just interviewed Kamala Harris.
She hot?
She's pretty.
Black, white, Spanish, Puerto Rican, green.
White, skinny, blonde.
White, skinny, blonde. You're describing all my exes.
Yeah, I am.
One ex is,
One X is big?
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit thicker. Not like,
Not like me, but like thicker.
she was just like, no.
Jake goes, wow.
I don't know how to just.
Wow, because it is not gonna lie with Kylie Kelsey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, not gonna lie with Kylie Kelsey, she's killing it.
That's good, though.
It's surprise. It's actually like her podcast is fire, but like I did not think it was gonna do numbies like that. She's killing it. Yeah. So back to the guy that shot the CEO.
Yeah, so like,
That's crazy, right?
yeah.
But apparently, we were reading. I hate spreading this information, so like I don't quote me on this. But
Okay.
apparently, his mom got denied a health insurance, or
That might make sense.
got denied a policy, and so she passed away because of it.
Really?
So he's pissed.
That I did not know.
So that's what I'm saying.
That might be a good explanation.
Yeah, women love men that will kill for women.
Yeah.
He did it. He did it for his mom.
But also, like, when he was, the picture of him getting released with him smiling.
Yes.
So the backstory behind that was he was flirting with the girl behind the counter at the hostel.
Yes.
And
When he's wearing that like coat,
so
parka
she
thing.
asked him to lower it. So like, oh, lower your mask. Let me see your smile. And then he did it. So I'm thinking like, all right, he's either on his way to kill this guy. And it's like,
I think that was before.
yeah. So he's like, you know what? I'm gonna
gonna-
try and get some pussy before I kill this guy.
100%.
So he's like, yeah.
I need a prison shorty.
Or like, at the end of the day, my angle or my, like, where I think it's funny is like, pussy got this guy caught.
Literally, actually, no. The worker at McDonald's.
Yeah,
His hunger
but
got him
if he
caught.
never like pulled his mask down, then maybe the worker at McDonald's doesn't recognize him from him pulling the mask down and smiling.
That's true.
So you never know. But also, like, what a bitch ass narc.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Fucking
Like, how
McDonald's
do
guy.
you even know?
God damn.
I wouldn't even know.
Like the eyebrow. You saw the eyebrows thing?
The
Yeah,
eyebrows
nobody
are
really
like
fucking know. Is it him? Is it not? Who fucking?
they get all Hispanics mixed up,
You
bro.
know?
We all look the same.
They all look the same.
Is he Hispanic?
I don't know.
think
he's
Can you
just.
confirm that?
I think he's.
Italian.
He's a top dude. Oh fuck.
His name's Luigi. What the fuck are we talking about?
his name is Luigi.
I think, bro. He.
He said, you guys both literally agreed to, yeah, they say Hispanics all look the same. He's not Hispanic.
Yeah, I was looking at the camera.
He's
yeah.
European.
Dude, he got arrested today and brought into like the jail, and
Yeah.
he was screaming something. He had the perfect opportunity to say the funniest shit.
I saw that, and then he was like so serious.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you should have said,
Commit to the bit.
it's me, Luigi. Bro, would have fucking
he would've
every
went
girl
viral.
would like, oh my god.
He would have been getting nudes
I
in
would have
prison.
fucked him.
He definitely.
They're,
Luigi?
They're definitely going to forget that you killed that United healthcare worker. They would have never forgot. It's a me, Luigi. They would have never forgot.
Never.
Never forgot that.
Never forgot
Can we
it.
talk about how gangster it was, though? That he shot the dude, gun jams, he fixes the jam on the gun, continues to
Yeah.
shoot the guy, walks across the street, gets onto a city bike, rides into the sunset of fucking.
He rides through Central Park.
Through Central Park.
That's the most New York shit.
And then gets on a train.
Dude,
most New York shit
And
I've
he's
ever
just
heard
chilling.
of.
all I can think of is like if they write a movie about it, it's like, and then he goes again, and then he walks across the street, and you just hear Frank Sinatra in the background, like New York.
Bro, that's
Imagine
crazy.
if he was just like riding a
And then he's
unicycle
riding
through
the
Central
bike, like,
Park.
smiling with the green hoodie on. Just
Bro, that's crazy. I literally.
It's honestly like it's giving Joker vibes, like the movie Joker. Like he like crashed out, and like it's because of society. Like it's actually really deep.
Bro, it's
and
crazy you
beautiful.
say that because I literally have notes in my phone of I wanted to do a joke about him getting on the bike. I was like, that's the most New York thing ever. And then he just rides away on Frank Sinatra. But like as he's shooting him, he's in rhythm to the beat, like bum bum ba-da-da. I literally wrote that on my phone last night. It's so funny you said that. I just think, yeah, that's crazy, dude.
No, it actually is crazy.
You think other CEOs are gonna like?
They're terrified.
They're terrified.
100%. But also, like, this isn't the scaredest they've ever been. Like, they all are scared all the time because they're pieces of shit. So it's like they know.
Scared enough to bring the snack wrap back.
Yeah. And McDonald's
think-
said,
all right.
you know what? You're rewarded for your snitching. We're bringing them.
Yeah.
We're bringing the snack
All right,
wrap back.
To be fair, I think we need to balance the shit out. Now there needs to be a really hot girl assassin that takes out somebody.
Yeah. What CEO would you want to see go?
Does she have to kill a female? Like a female?
No.
CEO?
The females aren't CEOs. We all know that. Next, I think.
She nailed that because I was gonna say that. No.
What is she gonna? She's gonna kill. She's gonna kill the CEO of Olipop.
Yeah.
All right, so out of my 7 choices,
Because I'll tell you one thing about it: when women become CEOs, we're not pieces of shit. We're CEOs of Barbie. So maybe maybe I don't
what does
know.
Papa know about
I think a hot girl needs to
Yeah.
kill.
Probably,
I mean, I'm not condoning it. Just don't, But who's like another maybe insurance? Fucking
yeah, CEO of Progressive. Take him out.
Affleck, the duck.
Now Affleck actually did me right one time. I was
Wow.
out of work because I had COVID and they paid me the money. CEO of Progressive, though, I think, should go. They're taxing like a motherfucker. They want you to download an app so they can follow you while you're driving to get you better rates on your fucking car insurance.
fuck?
Yeah.
Look, nobody's dying over car insurance. We're talking about getting denied claims for health insurance right now. Like,
Okay, CEO of cancer.
if somebody got murdered over drive safe, like what the fuck?
It's Snapshot. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
no, that's
I mean,
actually what. Okay, tell me about a time have you ever crashed out before?
What do you mean?
Like crash out, as in like you
Drunk?
not necessarily drunk, but like you've crashed the fuck out. Like you've lost your mind. You went off on somebody. You just lost it and didn't even care what other people thought. Like you just did something crazy.
I got into a fight at an open mic, a real bad fist fight with
Really?
this guy, Billy Myers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Over what? Walk me
show
through
you
the
this.
scenario.
Oh man, this was when I first started comedy, like 2018, and he was like kind of like this kind of older guy, like bully vibes.
Oh.
I was this young, like good-looking kid on the scene. I knew you were gonna laugh when I said
I
that.
love that you're like trying to convince yourself this too.
I am. I had longer hair, dude. I was fucking hot, dude.
You were killing it.
And I was okay. And then like 9-10 months in, I had a couple good jokes. And then we did like this competition, like 20 comedians. You try out to like pass this like club. And if you pass, you get to like host there and shit. And
Okay.
I did pretty well. I think he might have been mad over it. I'm not really sure. But he was kind of like bullying me and heckling me at mics and shit. And then
Really?
yeah. And then one time at Austin's coffee shop on a Sunday, I told my boy, I was like, man, he continues to like bully me and shit. I'm going to fucking like snap.
I'm
on
gonna
him.
show him what it is.
And he just started like saying crazy shit, like, you're a fucking piece of shit. He said something about like my mom. Like, it was just not funny. And I was like,
About your mom?
Yeah,
Does he know your mom?
no.
Oh.
I was like, what the fuck? He said, I don't even remember what the fuck he said.
Yo, mama's so ugly.
It wasn't even that. It was like worse shit. It was just like,
Really?
yeah, the crowd was not even, he thought I was like filming him or something. I was on my phone to my back to him. I wasn't filming him.
And he was just like, he was crashing out.
So he just crashed out on me. Fucking JoeCensabella's a piece of shit. Look at him.
Really?
And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? So I stand up and I go to the stage and I get in his face and he pushes me and we just start swinging.
On the stage.
On the stage. We break a fucking window. Dude, it was insane.
Who won?
I mean, I don't think anybody really won.
How old was he?
I was 26, 27 at the time. He was probably 35, 34.
And you just laid it on him.
Full on fist fight, dude. Like, I think I hit him in the back of the head.
In front of everyone?
In front of the whole crowd. And he fucking like, man, he swung at me, but I ducked. And if he would have hit me, he would have connected and it would have probably hurt. But I
He would have been, imagine if you got KO'd by a 37-year-old.
He would get to bully me every time then.
Yeah. That would have been embarrassing.
Yeah, that was the craziest time. And then like, we made up after and like, we're cool now. He lives in LA. But that was
so
insane.
crazy that men are able to do that.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, if I ever got into a fist fight with a woman, she's never going to see me again. Or we'll never see her again.
You'll kill her.
100%.
Jesus.
I will hold a grudge. One time, there are specific people that like I said hey to and they didn't say hey back. I hate them for the rest of my life.
Really?
You're dead to me.
You know, I get like that when I hold the door for people.
And they don't say thank you.
No, yes. And also men who don't say thank you.
Yeah.
I hold the door. If you say fucking thank you.
Yeah.
You fucking up. And women are the worst. I'll say, you're welcome. I'm that guy. You're welcome.
Oh, see, I don't like that either because sometimes I have anxiety or I'm not paying attention and I just didn't notice.
I'll put people in their place, dude. Oh, you're welcome. And then they'll say something like, I was just being courteous and nice trying to prove that chivalry ain't fucking dead, you bitch. I never said that. But I think you did. Thought it in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's not a wrong thing to think. I think people should say thank you.
Exactly.
Especially from a guy like you holding open the door.
Anytime somebody holds the door for me, thank you.
Really?
You know what's crazy? My parents taught me manners very, very well.
Really?
Yeah,
Where are your parents from?
They're from New York.
Ooh.
Like the Bronx and Queens.
Yikers.
Yeah.
So that explains the gambling.
Yeah, my dad's from there, and I don't know where my mom's from. I don't know if I can know.
You don't know where your mom's from?
No, I think Kansas City or something.
Do you not talk to your mom?
No, I do.
Oh.
We're very close.
But you don't know where your mom's from?
I thought she was from New York, but she's not. She's from Kansas City.
Oh, but then she like lived in New York for most of her life or something like that? Oh, okay, I see. Yeah. Okay, well wait, so how many siblings do you have?
I have a younger brother.
Okay.
And then older sister who's 40.
40?
41.
What does she do?
She's in the Air Force, 7 kids.
Air Force, 7 children.
Good
God almighty.
She had a kid at like...
All same guy?
No, like 1 or 2 different guys.
Okay.
Really young age, she had a kid.
What an icon.
Yeah.
What does she do in the Air Force?
Something with drones. She was pretty...
Oh.
She went overseas too, like served like fucking, Iraq and whatever.
Oh, shit. She's killing it.
Afghanistan.
Now your younger brother, what's he up to?
He's a civil engineer. He's a gambler too. This guy fucking...
Really?
He probably will hate when he listens to us, but he fucking...
He's killing it.
Yeah, he makes crazy money. Well, he has a great job. He's an engineer.
Okay.
Like makes, great money, but he's so good at poker. Everybody... I go to the casino, people ask, they're like, yo, you're Vinny's brother? I'm like, yeah. They're like, what?
And your dick just gets hard as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, back to gambling. I have a pretty crazy story. I've never. Well, I probably should. I mean, I guess it's okay now.
Just say it. If it gets you incriminated, it's no biggie.
Okay. Well, all right. Do you know what like loan sharking is? Like with the mafia and shit like that?
No.
All right. I never even told this to my best friend. This is just so good.
We're getting the inside scoop.
Yeah, dude. When I was 21.
Well, explain loan sharking. What is that?
It's like I go to like a bookie, like a guy.
Okay.
And I'm like, hey man, can I borrow $5,000?
Okay.
And he's like, yeah, I'll give you $5,000, but you have to pay me back $5,500, like a
okay.
It's like a kind of like insurance.
Okay, I
and
see.
they'll front you the money, and you have to pay them back. Dude, when I was 21,
how the fuck do I do that? I want someone to give me $5,000.
You have to pay them back. Well, I mean, most people take out a bank loan, like something like that.
Well, my credit's shot, so it looks something like this is a black market loan.
I was 21. I was living in Clearwater Beach, Florida, going to school, and I would gamble. I was living on my own with 2 roommates.
Even then?
Yeah.
So you've been doing this shit for a while.
Yeah. Since I was 15 playing home games.
Oh my God.
I turned. All right. So I turned. No. Yeah, I was 21 and I was living with 2 of my roommates who were my teammates going to college and shit. And I would always gamble, play poker, and I wanted to put some bets in. And my buddy talked to his friend who had a guy in Tampa, and I was like, okay, I'll go to this guy, borrow like $2,000.
Okay.
I'm gonna win like my money plus some back, and I'll just be able to pay him back like $2,300.
Okay.
The bet I put in lost, and I was not able to pay this guy back. And I didn't think, I'm 21 years old, I'm in college, I didn't think anything of it.
Were you scared?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think anything of it. And
I would have been so scared.
Yeah, because this shit is only shit you hear in the movies.
Right.
So then every now
And then you end up dead.
Yeah. So then every once in a while, like this guy would call me. He goes, "Hey man, you got my money and shit." I was like, "Oh no, yeah, I'll give it to you, like, tomorrow or next week." And I just kept putting it off because I'm like, this shit that happens in the movies. It's not real. And then he called me one time, like threatening me.
No.
Yeah. So he's like,
in
"Hey
what
man,"
way?
he's like, "Hey man, it's in your best interest to pay me back." So I'm like, "Oh yeah." Then I knew he was serious, but I kind of just like.
And then you got scared?
No, this is where I got scared. So I remember I'm in college playing baseball.
Okay.
So then he shows up to one of my baseball games.
No.
And sits in the stands with two other guys, like mob looking guys. And I'm like,
and you hit a home run.
No.
It's the best game of your career.
No, I'm like I think I struck out. Yeah, I did. I swear to God. This is a 100% real story.
Were you shaking, like terrified?
I see him in the stands. Like, picture you're in a small stadium. I see him in the stands, and he just kind of like looks at me and waves. And I'm going to on deck, like where I'm about to bat, and they're just calling you. They're just calling you slurs. Yeah, no, they're just like, they don't say anything, but they're just like, they
Want
let
you
me
to
know. They let
yeah.
me know, like, oh, he's like, we know where you are. We know you're in college. We know you're playing baseball. So I'm in the batter's box.
Terrified.
I'm in the batter's box, just like, God, I gotta somehow get a base hit and pay these guys back $2,500. I'm fucked, dude. So I was like, okay. I didn't have the money because I was only getting so much money from like.
You just didn't have the money.
Yeah, I didn't have a job. I'm full-time college playing baseball. I don't have money. I was supposed to win this bet that I lost. So I almost called my dad and told him, but I didn't. And my family doesn't know this story to this day. My brother probably hear this and be like, "There's no fucking way." I'm like, "Yeah, this actually happened." My best friend doesn't know this. Nobody knows this. So I was like, fuck it. The only reason I'm saying this, and I could put it out, because the same guy who was like, "Hey, you need me to pay me back my money," he got caught like money laundering cocaine, and he, from what I've read, the report was when the cops raided his place, he pulled out a gun and he kind of pointed at the cops. So he's in jail for 25 years to like life.
Wait, so how did the baseball game end? You strike out. Did they leave?
We struck out like 3 times and we lost.
Did they follow you? Like,
no. They were just in the stands letting me know there. So
and then you never saw them again?
I never saw him again. I got like a couple other phone calls and I was like, "Yeah, I'm going to pay you back." And then I stopped getting calls.
And that was because of the incident?
Yeah. The guy got caught. The guy got busted. So whoever ratted that guy out or whatever, thank God. To this day, I still owe him $2,500.
Which is probably like $3,500 now.
Well, this was in 2012.
2012?
14 years, 10 years, 12 years ago.
Oh my God. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you still, like, I couldn't even imagine.
To this day, I've never paid him back.
Well, now you don't have to.
I don't know his real name. They don't give you their real name.
You honestly should put money on his books.
Well, when he got...
and say from college baseball boy.
I know, I was kind of so like frightened and starstruck that that happened to me. When he got arrested, I actually saw his real name and what he was in jail for. And the charges were outstanding. He was already on like probation or whatever. So then like one of my friends who knew the friend who hooked me up with him was like, "Yeah, you're good. He's like gone for life." So I was like, yes.
You got so lucky.
Yeah, I did.
An angel was looking out for you.
And then I don't know. I don't think it was, because a lot of people don't know, it's like this mob family used to run Tampa in like 50s, 60s, 70s.
Oh my God.
Santo Traficante was like I don't know if it wasn't them, but people are like, "Oh yeah, my friend told me, was like, yeah, he used to be connected, like with his relatives were like connected to the mob," but she might be.
The most I ever learned about that entire world was whenever I watched Tulsa King with Sylvester Stallone. Okay. And they like talk about like money laundering and then like not ambushing, but there's another term for it. Whenever they like come in and like, "Hey, you're going to give me 20% of your business or we're going to kill you."
Yeah, that's the mob in all New York. They would all do that. Yeah.
And so like I watched like this whole show and it was so good, but I learned so much about like how that
that's all real. And
then I also watched the documentary with John Gotti.
Oh,
and that was fire. It was so good.
John Gotti. Yeah, that was before like. Well, I was a kid when that was happening. But,
Yeah.
Well, actually, no, in the 80s, like that shit's so interesting. He ran New York. He was
Bro, it's nuts.
There
And like
was, like,
his outfits,
$2,000
he
suits.
was fire. Like,
Yeah.
and like his wife is just, she's such an icon.
Yeah.
They're both, I mean, I know it's terrible and I'm not like condoning crime, but she's iconic. Like, I will say she's an icon.
Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with her.
I love because I'm 100% Italian, so I kind of studied all that shit too. Like
Yeah.
and, like after because that was when I was in Tampa going to college, and I came back to Orlando, and that's when I started studying like criminology and shit like that, and
Yeah.
I studied them all up.
Because I think they made one documentary about John Gotti before this one that probably came out like a year or two ago.
It was on Netflix.
Yeah, the one that
was
came out a
great.
year or two ago it's
All
like,
that
who is
shit-
John Gotti? And like they
all
have
that
like
shit
his
is true.
family
Yeah.
and like his children and all these people that like know him and shit and are related to him, like
Yeah.
talking about his whole story. And I was like, holy shit, dude, that shit is crazy.
All of that shit is true. The mob would they'll give you
That's
protection.
insane.
They'll give you protection. Like
Yeah.
if you're in the neighborhood, hey, you got to give us 10% of your business or your sales or whatever.
Yeah.
At the same time, they'll protect you. Like
Yeah.
if somebody comes in, like no, this is
See, so like my dad grew up in Houston, Texas, right? So my dad grew up in not a good part of town, right?
what part? What city?
Galena
Oh,
Park. You've probably never even heard of it.
Galena Park.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. It's right out. It's like by Jacinto City, but he grew up in Galena Park and like grew up in not the best area.
Yeah.
And so whenever I was born, and he had my sister, and then we hadn't had my
How old
third
are you?
sister yet. I'm 26.
Oh.
He moved us into the middle of nowhere, like in the middle of nowhere, in a cabin in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. Population less than 1,000. Like it was in the middle of nowhere. We lived on a lake with like a guy that killed gators and had 4-wheelers and shit. Like
nice.
it was crazy. So like I never grew up around crime like
Yeah.
that until like I moved here. It was like whenever people were like, no, like you have to lock your car and like you have to lock your doors.
In Melbourne
and
or like
shit.
Orlando area?
Both.
Yeah.
But like Melbourne is where I've lived.
Yeah.
So
How long have you lived in Melbourne for?
since 2020.
All right, so 5 years.
Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years. But that was like the first time that like people, I don't know, like I just learned the mindset of like, I guess
Yeah.
people are scared. Like, and I
Yeah.
lived in the middle of nowhere and I always lived in small towns my whole life where like the biggest crime was that like a crackhead stole an ambulance truck or a guy was letting a dog lick
you know
peanut
about, like-
butter off his penis or something like that. That's like all we had, you know?
You know about like Florida Man though, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know no other state has that?
I know. And it's honestly like,
Just Florida.
it's not that we've like made the staple. We are like it.
Yeah.
It's insane.
There's crazy shit happening. There's no
Have you seen that one video?
Which one?
It's a crackhead. This person gets hit by a train, right? Hit by a train, body's flown everywhere.
Yeah.
Their leg gets, annihilated and flies into the air and hits the ground.
Yeah.
This crackhead takes the leg and is swinging it around and just walking down the street and the cops are like chasing him. And he just has this person's leg.
That's my leg now.
And I remember like when bath salts hit the
Miami.
scene.
Remember that?
Oh my God, I remember that. And I
Face
remember
got eaten.
Yes.
Oh, some good drugs.
Yes.
Oh,
like that
fuck.
story about that guy that was like eating that person's face in the garage. And then they said that like his eyes were like big and black and it took 4 grown men to pull him off of them.
There's
I
another
thought The
one-
Walking Dead was happening.
There's another one in Miami where the guy was eaten on the causeway. Well, his face was eaten, and the cops the guy ran at the cops, and the cops lit him up like they shot him, and he still kept coming because he was on whatever the fuck
Dude, that's so
bath
scary.
salts or whatever the fuck he was on.
That's actually so scary.
They had to shoot him like 30 times for him to go down.
I can't.
Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Because I feel like whatever the fuck is in that, they're going to create like some type of mutation that's like going to cause the apocalypse. I think that's where zombies come from, is bath salts.
I think you're right, or like
They're going to mesh something
raccoons
together.
and rabies or something.
Yeah, mixed with that, they're going to do something that's going to be irreversible.
Simple problem. This problem can be resolved. Here we go. So, like people die, zombies, they'll bite you, you get infected,
Yeah.
take out all their teeth.
Yeah, they do that in The Walking Dead.
They do?
Yeah. They cut this part of their mouth off. Like they cut their jaw so they can't bite down. They take all their teeth out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And then they cut off their arms so they can't scratch.
Oh, I don't know.
On The Walking Dead, they do
I don't
that.
watch The Walking Dead. That's why.
You're nuts. The Walking
Yeah.
Dead's everything to me. I'm currently watching it for my 8th or 9th. I think it's my 9th time watching it all the way through.
True.
So yeah, I love The Walking Dead. I'm super into it. I think it's so crazy and sick. And I'm terrified that that's actually going to happen.
I don't think it will. I mean, maybe. I think Civil War. First.
Civil War?
Yeah.
Wasn't that forever ago?
What?
The Civil War?
Yeah, like, the
You think that was the closest?
I think if anything will happen, it'll be Civil War first.
Yeah, I definitely think we're pretty close to that. I
Well,
don't think we're
maybe
very
not
far.
Civil War, but like Democrats versus Republicans and
Who would win?
Democrats, probably Republicans. They got a lot of
Why?
guns.
I think we have bigger people though.
Democrats?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
We've got the big bodies. I think as a mass whole, if it's like, you know how they say like,
You think it's more Democrats?
like, it's like 100 lions versus 100 bears, who's winning, right?
100 Bears.
Right. Because they're what? Bigger. So it's like, I feel like if it's 100 Republicans, 100 Democrats, we have the obesity on our side. We're in there. You're done. You don't stand a chance.
Maybe. You got a point here.
I don't know. I'd pay to see it.
I would pay to see it too. Yeah, we should just get a TV show and like put that.
Yeah,
It's
I think
50
also at the
Republicans.
same time though, I think we're so divided in this country for things that I feel like at the end of the day, we all really do agree on. We just would rather argue about tedious points that don't matter. But at the end of the day, we're fighting for the same thing, just in completely different ways.
What do you think about like gayness being taught in school?
Gayness being taught in school?
That was a poor choice of words.
They teach gay?
Like the rainbow flag in school, for kindergartners. You think that's
Like you're saying like they have like the pride flag around?
yeah? Some schools they're like they want it out, and some schools want to implement like, oh, it's okay to be gay, like shit like that. What do you think about that?
I mean, so I'll say this. I think I grew up in a super conservative school. So they didn't, like, that was super frowned upon. If you were like, even in like 2016, 2015, if you were gay in high school, like where I lived, it was not accepted. Like it wasn't cool. You got bullied, you got made fun of and stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that to a certain point, I think that representation is important because of bullying and like suicide is real and that shit does exist.
Yeah.
And people, like I've went to school with multiple people that have committed suicide.
Yeah.
And it's sad. And I think that deserves representation. I think in kindergarten and stuff, it may not be appropriate. Same reason why like you don't have the sex ed talk until you're a certain age and your parents give consent. You know what I mean?
Grade.
So it's like, I think at the end of the day, representation is important. Teaching children that kids are all equal and everybody's the same, regardless of skin color, race, money, sexuality, all of those things. But I do think in the age that we live in, kids are exposed to so much at such a young age because of social media and phones.
Yeah.
I don't think that we as a society should be like infiltrating them even more.
Yeah.
Just because of technology alone, like,
Well, you have 24/7 access to your phone, and it's like
I mean, they're just exposed to
And the
so
number one,
much.
I was actually reading today, like the number one thing that kids look up is fucking porn, dude.
And it's been that way for a long time, but at least like back in like the 80s and 90s, you had to like work for it. Like you had to really like go out of your way to find it.
Dude, when I was growing up in the 70s, I mean the 90s, dude, fucking like I'm not that old. Yeah, my dad's Playboy was it. I remember the first time seeing like tits.
Yeah.
And a vagina. I will say the first time I saw a vagina, I was like, ew. I was a little turned off because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
My first reaction was like, I think I was like 6. I was like, Dad, she doesn't have a dick.
You just saw everyone.
Yeah, because I'm so used to seeing mine and then like
yeah, because you just don't know. Like
that's a kid. You see your dick and then the priest's dick, and that's all you saw.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
So I saw it and I was like, oh. And then my dad was explaining to me. He goes, hey, you know that this is woman.
Yeah.
You're not gay.
Yeah.
And he was
just move on.
I think to this day he left
back to gambling.
Yes.
Back to those lotto tickets.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Don't get me started on that. He purposely left Playboy magazines out under his bed, so I would explore that like a little rat with the mouth. Got the cheese, except it was
so funny.
tits and a pussy.
I didn't.
I swear to God, I would walk in my parents' bedroom when they were, like,
away.
I knew they were like on a walk or something.
Yeah.
And it would be like, so like this is the bed, so the magazine would be like this. It would be halfway out. I swear to God. And I look back now and I'm like, he was kind of baiting me into like
being straight. I ain't having a homosexual son, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I have. Imagine it. Oh, and also in the Italian mafia families,
yeah,
you can't be gay.
Yeah,
and you are not allowed to be gay in the mafia. They'll kill you.
Yeah, and see, like that's the part of it that I don't make it. You would not make it at all. No. Do you see what you're wearing? I'm joking. The fit's actually fire.
Oh, thanks, man.
I like that. I like the camo jacket. Yeah, I think that I think kids are just exposed to so much at such a young age. They know way too much, and they just don't.
When did you start watching porn?
So the first time I ever knew what that was before my parents ever had the talk with me. I was probably 11.
Same.
I was probably 10 or 11, and I was on the school bus. I actually have a very traumatizing story about the first time I ever saw anything.
Penis?
I wish. I was
asshole.
Yes, I was on the bus, and I was about 10 or 11, I believe. I was on the bus, and these two boys that were like a little bit older than me were like messing with me and just kept talking to me, and they're like, "Hey, you have to do something." And I was like, "Okay, like what's the vibe? I'm trying to be a cool kid, you know? I'm like I'm it."
Yeah.
They write on this paper, 2girls1cup.com.
Got it.
And they go, "Hey, when you get home, you have to look this up, right? Like you have to see it. It's crazy. Like everyone's watching it. You've got to watch it." And I'm like, "Oh my God, like, okay, that sounds so cool." Like I take the little paper, put it in my pocket, right? We have a family computer because we're not very rich. We don't have laptops or anything. We have a shitty dinosaur family computer sitting right in the living room.
Yeah.
Everyone has access to it. I go on my family computer. As I do, I throw my backpack on the ground. I usually played Paint. As soon as I got home, I went into Paint and started drawing some shit. Not today. I went in there. I said, "It's me. It's my time. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to be in the fucking cool kid club."
Yeah.
Take my shoes off, take the socks off, dig in my toes a little bit, and then I go on the computer. I type in 2girls1cup on Google, and the website comes up. I click it. It has the pink background. I remember it so vividly in my head. It has the pink background giving MySpace. Takes forever to load. Okay. It's like, and then I hit play, and I start seeing what we all know as 2G1C.
Yeah.
And I'm watching it, and I'm distraught. Yeah. Right? I start crying. I start hyperventilating. I can't believe what I'm watching because in my head, I'm like, "Oh my God, this is sex.
Yeah.
I have to do this. When I get older, I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to shit and eat it."
Oh.
This is how kids are being made. And I'm looking around like, is nobody going to do something? Like I'm home alone, right? Like I'm home alone. Okay, so I'm dumb at this time. I don't know to delete anything.
Yeah.
Let the computer go to sleep, close the little cabinet doors it was in, tuck the chair under the table. And I go to do my homework, and I'm still like, I'm shocked. My parents come home. I'm looking at them completely differently because I'm like, "Mom,
I can't believe
you're eating his poop. I know that you guys ate poop 3 times. There's 3 of us.
Fuck, yeah.
You've eaten poop. You guys are eating poop."
Yeah.
So I go to get ready for bed, and I hear commotion in the living room, and my mom starts screaming at the top of her lungs. She's screaming bloody murder. Right?
She found it.
She's screaming bloody murder.
Yeah.
I'm in my room, like digging in my nose, doing whatever I'm doing. My mom busts opens my bedroom door and goes, "Come here." And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Ven aquí ahora mismo, right now." And I was like, "What?"
2girls1cup, your watch.
Why'd you go Indian?
I don't know. What's her accent?
She was like, she's Spanish. She's
Selena.
Yeah, Selena. Ven aquí ahora. And I'm like, what? And I already know that she's like looking at it, but I'm like, I feel like I have one up on her. I'm like, I know what you're doing.
You've done it 3 times.
You've done it 3 times. Yeah. I know what you're doing. Yeah. So she pulls me in there, and she's helping me get ready for bed, and she goes, "What were you looking up on the computer?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "What are you looking up on the computer?" And I was like, "I don't know. Like some kids at school told me to look it up. I don't know. Like they just told me to look it up." And she goes, "That's despicable. You're in trouble." And I was like, "No, please, please." And she literally is like freaking out. She's sobbing, crying, all this. So then my parents have the talk with me. They sit me in the living room. It's my dad. My dad is talking to his 11-year-old daughter about sex. And they tell me the talk, and they're like, "That's not
what it is.
Like, don't ever look that up again." Wow. And I still think about it to this day. And that's how I learned about it. And then, time went on, and now I'm just a maniac.
You should make that into a bit. That's funny.
I should.
Yeah.
I really should. It was terrifying.
You have a lot of misdirections you can go to with that.
Yeah. It was scary. So yeah, that was my first encounter with with sexual orientation. So do I believe they should teach gay in schools? Yeah, I do. I think they should actually be an anti 2 Girls 1 Cup program.
Yeah, you could. Like, hey, this is not what it is. And then this is what it is.
Yeah, I think the education's important. There's a lot of parents that aren't giving that to their children, and their sons and daughters end up being really misguided and end up hurting themselves and hurting other people and going in a direction that isn't healthy for our society because of miseducation. And I think if people were just educated about sexuality and sexual orientation and what sex is and why it is and the healthy way to go about it and consent and all of these things.
Consent?
Yeah. I've heard you've never heard of it.
No.
Word on the street is you don't know what that is. I'm just kidding. I'm joking. But yeah, I think, if people want to be gay, just let them fucking be gay, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know why people think it's contagious.
I got a hand job one time in the 3rd grade.
From a boy?
No.
In the 3rd grade?
It's from a girl.
I'm pretty sure that's like molestation. In the 3rd grade, you're a child.
She molested me. She was in the 5th grade.
Yeah. Where at? At school?
Keith Elementary. Like
Keith Elementary.
Like 1998.
Room E13 before math class.
I was held back twice, to be fair. So I was actually...
You were held back twice?
Yeah, in the 3rd
Why were you so dumb? What was going on?
I just hated school.
What was getting you? The words or was it the math?
Spelling out loud. Why the
Spelling.
fuck did we have to do that?
Oh my God. And you know what's also crazy? Why'd they make you do it in front of everybody?
Everybody.
That's so ridiculous.
Bro, like when I was doing it in the 5th grade,
And they want to wonder why we have so much anxiety as our
in
generation.
the 3rd grade, bro, I would have to do it. And bro, I had the deepest voice.
Really?
Swear to God. It was
And she was pulling your pecker.
it was embarrassing. Yeah, the
And you
old
had a
yeller.
deep Really?
Dude, it would literally, picture you're in 3rd grade and you're what?
Like spell round.
10, 11. Yeah.
And you're done. I'm done.
You're in the 3rd grade, you have to fucking spell aloud and, just little kids' voices. The dog jumped over the fence. And then another girl, the dog jumped over. And then there's me, the dog jumped over. It's like, yo.
And everyone was scared.
Get this grown man out of here. Bro, literally.
No, I'm so bad at spelling still to this day.
Can't spell fucking.
I can't spell anything.
You know knife, or no, not knife. Highlight, the game.
Yeah.
It's spelled with a J.
Highlight?
Yeah, it's a J in front of it. It's a silent J.
Yeah, see, I feel like they just do that to be jerks.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just doing that to not be.
How do you spell highlight? Oh.
I think you have to say, hey Siri.
Hey Siri, how do you spell highlight? Nah, not working.
Not working.
T-Mobile.
iPhone 16. T-Mobile.
Fucking T-Mobile.
Oh my God. No, actually working at cell phone places is so traumatizing.
Hello, Jake.
Jakey.
Oh, okay, cool.
Love that.
Yeah. What else is going on in the news?
What do you love about yourself? What's one thing you love, one thing you hate?
One thing I hate about myself?
Only one. Don't go on a ramble. I know there's a lot.
Probably empathy for.
You're an empath.
I'm a psychopath.
Well, yeah, but an empath and a psychopath are actually two very different things.
I just don't open up well to women.
Oh, like, okay, so that's not an empath. You're
Dead inside.
No, you're just emotionally disconnected.
Yeah. What it is, come back to porn.
Dude.
I'm trying to quit porn. 3 days, no porn.
Are you being serious though? Like, is it really hard for you?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
God.
Dude, it's so crazy because I feel like that's so common. And I tell people that all the time, dude. It's ruining little boys.
It ruined one of my relationships I had.
Really?
No, I just wasn't attracted to her.
Been there.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so you feel like you're not very emotionally open. You have a hard time opening up.
Yeah.
So what, you just keep people at a distance? Women at a distance?
Yeah.
It's hard for you to be in relationships?
I don't know why I keep looking at myself in the mirror.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. I'm just like,
it's not
this guy
good.
needs help. I don't know. What do I love about myself?
Yeah, what's one thing you love about yourself though?
I have a very strong mind.
Okay.
Like I'll never have a mental breakdown.
Okay, so you feel like you can tolerate a lot.
Yeah.
You're strong.
A lot. This year, I've seen a lot this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'll tell you off camera.
Oh, okay. It's bad then.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Ooh.
Well, my dog died. That was terrible.
I saw that. I am really actually so sorry about that.
That was.
I don't know how you got on stage. I would be.
I don't know either. Oh my God, that was that night, I think.
And you were being so mean to me, but then like as I'm an empath and I'm so sensitive, and I was like picking up on your energy, and I was just so sad because I knew why you were being mean to me, and it's like, or not mean, but like just not
standoffish.
Yeah, okay. And I knew why because I saw you had posted it, and I was like, I want to say something, but like I don't know what to say because I don't want to be like, hey, I'm sorry about your dog.
That was. Oh my God.
I couldn't even imagine.
It's crazy. I'm so emotionally attached to like animals.
Yeah.
Like dogs.
Yeah. You do love dogs. I have noticed that about you. You love dogs.
Yeah.
Did you get another dog?
No.
Not yet.
We're still like heartbroken.
Yeah. It takes a while.
When I didn't eat.
Aww.
I didn't sleep.
How long did you have the dog for?
11 and a half years.
Oh.
But I lived with my parents. I got her when I was 21, 22? Mm-hmm. 20, I don't remember. 23. So, but I lived with her from 2012 to 2024.
Yeah.
So 11 and a half years. But I mean, I got my own place when I got like a good job. I got my own apartment, but I would bring her to the apartment. I would go to my parents' house just to stay with the dog.
Aww.
So I lived with her for like, I'd say 8 years consistently, where I was with her every night.
Did the dog just die of old age or like?
Yeah, old age. She got cancer and shit.
Yeah.
And dude, I want to make this into a bit because I think this is very funny. So the day she died, I come home. This was before I went to Moonroom.
Yeah.
I come home and I just didn't know what to do. So I was like, I'll just go for a run. I'll just try and do something. So I'm going for a run. I feel
like you run really weird.
Yeah, I think
you look like
I
you
probably
run
like an FA. Can't say it because you have to edit it out.
Yeah. YouTube will edit it out for us.
Oh, yeah. So I go for a run in my neighborhood and I'm running and I get done and I stop on the sidewalk. Now I'm walking, like doing a cool down phase, and I see a girl walking towards me with a dog, like a little lab or something, like a big lab. She's walking towards me and there was cars parked and I wanted to go across the street just so I don't want to
scare her.
Yeah, I don't want to scare her. And anytime I see a girl, I'm like, even a guy, I just cross the street.
No, because passing someone while you're running or walking is so embarrassing.
I'm like, I'm
out of breath and I can't have people hear me.
She could be the hottest girl.
And you're like,
I'm out. I am so out. So this girl's walking towards me with her dog. And I was like, oh, fuck, I can't cross the street. So, I try and go around her. But then the dog kind of like goes in front of me and stops. So now the dog's in front of me, I stop. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll just pet the dog. And then the lady's like, she goes, hey, how you doing? And I was like, hey, how you doing? And I was like, I like your dog. And she goes, oh, his name, I forget his name was like Spunky or something.
Ew.
Yeah, it's a weird name. So
Spunky?
She's like, oh, I was like, I like your dog. She goes, yeah, it's Spunky. So you can pet him. So I was like, okay. And
you just break down crying?
Yeah. I go down. So
she was like, fuck, this guy's psychotic.
I'm standing, I go down to pet the dog and I'm like, I pet the dog on its like neck like this. And I just start bawling.
No.
And I'm just like, and I say this to her, I was like, I really like your dog. And then I just walk away. And to this day, I've not seen the fucking girl. So she
posted you on Facebook. Are we dating the same guy? Orlando went apart. So you're posted.
bro, this story brings me to tears because it's so funny to me.
That's hilarious.
I just walk off. I just walked off in tears.
She's terrified.
And then I turn around and I see her
sprinting.
just confused. Like, did I do something? And this day I haven't seen her.
She moved.
Probably. I've literally went around.
She moved.
I've purposely went running after work because it was
to see if you see her again.
To explain myself.
No, that's the worst. Yeah. Whenever something happens and you didn't get to explain yourself and you're like, now I need to go out of my way to explain myself.
Me, 2 months ago I was being a giant pussy? Yeah, I just lost my dog.
No, she probably assumed that. Like girls know.
I mean, she had to have known. Like,
yeah,
a family member, mom, dad, dog, somebody died.
Yeah,
for this poor guy that just like
lost
it like uncontrollably.
And she's just listening to Ellie Goulding on her little walk.
She's enjoying her knock, and then just the story she's probably telling her friends. or
Okay, so
whoever.
this fucking homeless guy.
I could
this
only
gay
imagine.
homeless
I
guy.
can only imagine the story she's telling her friends. Like,
What were you
"Yes,
wearing?
Gym shorts and just a shirt. I looked kind of sloppy because I was going for a run.
Yeah.
So she's probably
And
like,
you were grieving. I
Yeah.
mean, cut him some slack.
so this girl was probably, I don't know.
yeah, I don't even
wanna
know how you went to Moonroom and did jokes.
Yeah,
I don't even know what I would
Robin
do.
went with me to Moonroom. I was like, hey, please, will you go? And she was, she's like, yeah, of course. So she went with me. She drove. And I'm still just like
crying.
the whole way. She knows how she met Jared a lot of times. So
Yeah.
she knew how much I love the dog.
Of course.
and
Like, that's so
Robin
sad.
really liked Jared too. I brought Jared over a lot. So Robin knew the situation.
And 11 years is a long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. So
Yeah.
I was even like on the way to Moonroom, I was just like, I was so out of it. I would think about it and I would just cry. I got to Moonroom, I was like, well, I got to try and get out of the house because I'm just going to cry in the house.
That's the
all day.
worst.
And it was terrible. It's the worst.
It's actually the worst. Like, that's one thing
Yeah.
I really hate about comedy in general is like when something bad happens and then you have to go and
Yeah.
do comedy
Yeah.
and you can't shake it. Like,
No.
I hate that. It's the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Especially like whenever you get in like a blowout screaming argument with your boyfriend
And look,
and then you have to go do jokes. It's
Yeah.
the worst.
That's you. I still have her.
And then I have to go and sit here and make these people laugh that are happy and I'm not
Literally.
happy.
I can't change my background yet.
Oh, is it German Shepherd?
Yeah, she's German Shepherd,
Oh,
purebred.
so cutie.
Still haven't changed the background. I'm gonna get a tattoo of her on my
You should.
I'm gonna get it.
I've seen a lot of people do that.
nice little memorial of her.
What was her name?
Jera.
Jera? Oh, that's cute.
Jerra.
Are you going to get another German?
Eventually.
Yeah.
But now
When you're like ready.
Yeah, it might take a while though.
Yeah.
Might take a while.
Yeah. If you never see me again, just know something happened to that little ratty dog in
Well,
there.
how old is the dog? A year?
She's a year
Oh,
and
that's
6 months.
Those
7
little
months.
dogs live to be like 18, 19.
No, I know. She's
So
gonna
you have-
She's gonna be here for forever.
Yeah, you're fine. As long as
But-
you take care of her and treat her like, healthy, like food and like get her shots, she'll live the long life.
Yeah.
That's a good thing about having little dogs.
My bestie. I love that dog so much. And I got her whenever I was like super depressed.
Yeah,
I was in like one of the worst depressive states I've ever been in my life. Like I wasn't eating, I wasn't showering, I didn't get out of bed for like days. I was so depressed. I lost my job and like I just had zero motivation to do anything. I did not care.
Yeah,
And
that's what happens when Hillary loses.
yeah. Yeah. That was a crazy day too.
I thought that was funny.
No, it was funny. It was hilarious. I didn't vote for her, but yeah.
Oh, really?
I don't think I voted actually that time.
Nice.
Or maybe I wrote in Bernie Sanders, I think. Maybe. I can't
I was
remember.
very tempted.
We love him.
He's great.
We love
I wish
him.
he fucking ran and
He's an icon.
he really is.
He's hilarious. That little meme that went around of him in that chair that people were putting on everything.
Yeah, that was
He's my best friend. Why'd you raise your hand, honey?
Oh, we're at 8? Oh, we're...
Oh. Yeah.
I was almost tempted to vote in Jera.
You should. Well,
Yeah,
she can't
'cause
run now.
This
but-
is September she died, so October. It was like a month and a half later I was going to vote. I was like, I just wanted to like...
Yeah. And then
that
take
one-
a picture of it.
Yeah, that one person who would've-
Long live.
the one person who would have seen it would have been like, Sarah Shepherd, who is that? They would have been like, and if they looked her up on Facebook,
They would have found her account. She has an account.
she has a Facebook account.
They would have found it and been like, "That's the girl. That's her.
Yeah,
She's her."
I made her at 8 weeks old when we got her. I made her a Facebook account. She's had and I post like I'm her. I'm a psychopath.
Really?
Yeah,
I actually love accounts like that. I've seen people do that with their dogs, and it's hilarious.
yeah. This is her.
You know those TikTok trends where they're like filming something and saying like dogs should be able to eat 5 cups of food a day,
Yeah.
and then they flip the camera and they're like, "Oh shit!" and it's a fat dog recording.
Jared
So
Shepherd. I'm Jared Shepherd. I've had this Facebook account for 11 years. I love my family and love everyone. I would
Oh,
every day, like I would post just shit of her.
that's so cute.
Yeah, with frisbees and shit. Yep. And now
She's
she's
adorable.
fucking dead. She's fucking gone and dead now. And I'm fucking heartbroken. She's
Jera,
fucking
why'd you have to do
dead.
that?
She's
Why'd you have
gone.
to do that, Jera?
Nah, it's cool. I could talk about it now because I'd say probably a month ago, I couldn't be able to talk about it in public. I couldn't go out in public.
literally. I understand.
It was terrible.
I was literally just telling somebody the other day about how I lost my bunny. And this was a bunny I had literally moments before
little bunny.
2G1C, moments before that. And I had this bunny and she was the love of, or he, excuse me, Chester was the love of my life.
How long did you
And,
live for?
Probably about 6 months. Not very long.
What happened to him? Got eaten?
He ate poison ivy and died.
Chester.
Chester.
Maybe he committed suicide.
I think he did. I would put him in clothes and
He
walk
saw
in.
he saw 2 girls, 1 cup. Was like,
No, he died, and then I got bullied at school for having a dead bunny, and I think it's really made me who I am.
Jesus.
So if you have a pet that has died, and you don't know how to cope with it, just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Anyways, well,
You're gonna kill it tonight. You're gonna do it great.
thanks. Sorry,
You're
I ended
killing
the
it in
podcast
comedy.
on a sad note.
No, it's fine.
Rest in peace, my dog. That's
Rest in peace, Jera.
Anybody who's lost an animal, they can know and they can relate.
100%.
100%. Any
But
last?
you're killing it in comedy. You're doing great.
Oh, thanks, man.
I think
you're
you're
doing
really
good
funny.
too. Yeah, you're very
I'm
funny.
all right.
No, you're doing good. How long have you been doing it? How many years?
A year and 8 months.
Oh, you're fine. You're good.
Yeah. You've been killing it. I feel like for a long time, I didn't really like you. For a while, I always thought you were mean and very judgy. And then I went to other bar and I did my set and I won for the don't tell thing. And I remember you sitting there and like laughing and being nice. And I was like,
I told you
wow.
afterwards too. I was like, you had a good set. You're
Yeah.
funny.
And I was like, oh, maybe he's not a dick.
No, I'm not.
And then you were like being nice to me. And I was like, oh.
I think I talked about this to you the other night too. It's like I've been told I'm just like standoffish and like intimidating. But
Yeah.
like when you get to know me, like, oh, he's
And it was funny because whenever
decent
Jake started
guy.
doing comedy, he saw you one time. I was like, yeah, I don't really like him that much. And he was like, why? And I'm like, oh, he just like acts like he's so funny and acts like he knows everything. And then I'm just like
Yeah,
talking
no,
mad
dude,
shit
I'm
about
actually,
you without
like-
knowing you. And then Jake meets you at Milk District and goes, you know, JoeCensabella's like sick. And I'm like,
yeah.
you're out.
Oh, that's funny.
And then I was like, no, actually, he's actually very nice and a really cool
I'm actually
dude.
very like I'm very hard on myself with comedy. When I bomb,
can tell.
I'm like I'm out of it. I don't want to talk to anybody.
I actually love when you
I'm so like I just get in my head and
it makes me feel better. And also the way that you bomb is so funny because you just full blown crash out and just you're insane. Just start saying the
I'll
most
say
insane
wild
shit.
shit. I'll just like I'm almost like if I'm bombing, I'm just like, yo, let's
I feel like the more you bomb, the more racist you get.
yeah.
That keeps
I'll
going
fucking
on.
go. I will double and triple and quadruple down.
No, for real.
Yeah.
I saw you bomb at Unico and it was
That was
so funny. I could not stop laughing.
Yeah.
I was dying.
Oh, Jake was there too. I remember.
Yes, and we both were like, he's insane.
Yeah.
He's nuts.
Fuck that baby.
He tells a joke, it falls completely flat, and the baby goes, ah,
What?
fuck that baby. No, literally. Silence, the baby goes, ah.
And it killed, everybody laughed, and then it goes down and he goes, what? She's the bitch who's got her fucking baby at a bar, bro.
No, for real. Joe just goes, fuck that baby.
I did one of my good jokes, silence, and then I remember
silence.
the baby, wah, fuck that baby. Yo, that's hilarious.
It was actually so funny. I could not stop
God,
laughing
that
about
is
it.
very fucking funny.
But I think you're doing great. To anybody that thinks Joe is a dick, he's not actually. And I hope this episode shows people otherwise. I'm glad you got to come. Thank
The
you.
sensitive
for coming.
side of Joe Censabella and his dog and his not opening up and my gambling problems. Mark my words. Mark my words. In the next 2 months,
Yeah.
what's the date today? All right, so
It's
December
the
10th. February 10th, I will have won a good amount of money.
I mean, can I get a little bit?
If I win a lot, yeah.
If I need like $500,
yeah,
you'll give me it.
depends how much I win. If I win like hundreds of thousands, yeah. If I win like
Okay.
even like 10 grand or 20, I'll give you like $100.
So I'm gonna start calling you like that guy and show up to your house. And be like,
Yeah,
hey,
oh my God,
you said
that's-
you'd give me $500.
Yeah.
Well, plug all your social media. What you got going on? What's the shows? What's the vibe? What are you doing
Tonight, actually, well, when's this coming out? Tomorrow, next day? Well,
tomorrow?
that's fine. Well, today's Wednesday or today's Thursday, whenever this is put
Today's-
out.
yeah.
I'll have been at Moon Room. Hopefully, it didn't bomb.
You're gonna roast Eric. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I got some good jokes. Friday, I think I'm on a Don't Tell. Thursday, I'm at Milk. Saturday, I think I'm at a show in Altamont. And then, I'll be in Fort Lauderdale with, Fort Lauderdale with Cam.
Hell yeah.
On the end of the month.
Sick.
I'm gonna go
That's so
down- I'm
exciting.
gonna go down there. My friend Jake Rika. I don't know if you guys have met.
Oh
him.
yeah. I saw him in Austin
He's
a couple
fucking
times.
Fat dude. He's huge.
He's really funny.
Really, and fat. But I'll be with him. And
I feel like I can't say that, but
yeah, Joe Comedy on Instagram. That's it. Joe Comedy with 2 Y's.
Two
Anybody who
Ys.
follows me and DMs me, I'll send them a prize. I don't know.
Love that. Send a prize. What
Yeah,
kind of
send a show
prize?
sometime.
You can give away my trans magazines over there.
Trans magazines?
Yeah, right over there. I got Shemo magazines. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. another episode of Unstable Creatures Podcast.
Unstable Creatures Podcast signing out. Peace out. Thanks for having me. It was fun.
Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Watermelon goblin size of King Kong. Glasses shattering, million fractions on my face. I can't seem to put them back together in one place. Fractured on my fingers, swollen tongue is out of taste. Cut down all my trees, I'm catching monsters by the lake. I hope I'm not wrong. I hope I'm not wrong.
Where's the fucking...
They're all in there. She-mail.
serious?
Yeah. Chicks with dicks. Whatever one you want.
Get the fuck out of here. Wait, they actually have dicks?
They're penises, yeah.
Wait, so they were born with them?
Yes.
So-
They're she-males. Or either they were born with a dick, but then they get fake tits implanted.